much control over the stove as far as the heat. Very, very controllable. And this is the first time I've used it. So again, we got a nice plate of mushrooms and onions here, right? All right. You know what that means. Beer break. Oh. Again, folks, like I was saying, what we're going to do is we're going to get this moose meat braised. And then I'm going to remove it from the pan. The moose is going to come out of the cast iron from being braised. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the mushrooms and onions. And then I'll continue to show you the process of this wonderful meal. Moose stroganoff. Okay, now the moose is just about braised, right about where I want it. Just a nice light brown on it. Yeah, that's beautiful. Very nice. See, I've got that moose all nicely braised, nicely browned, not cooked, brown. And there's all kinds of good yummies inside that pan right there, let me tell you what. And that's what we want. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll add some more oil. Oh, let me just turn the camera here just a little bit, folks. All right. Stickage here. Take a little bit of that out of the pan. I got a little bit of leftover flour that I just want to take out of the pan. Not a big deal. Now here go our mushrooms and onions. Alright. Wish you could smell it out here in the backyard. That's beautiful. Now what I just want to do here is I just want to brown these. Same thing. Just put a brown on it, and then again I will be removing those from the pan once those have got a little bit of brown. They've got an opportunity to release their flavor. Wow, check it out, folks. It's snowing. Can you see the snowflakes? It is officially snowing. I always say in my videos, I hope everybody's doing just great. And again, I can't thank you enough for coming along on all my journeys and my escapades. And this is beautiful. This is just brilliant. Sometimes I forget, though, that I have to I have to keep pushing sticks into it. But over here, let me show you. I've got a nice setup here. I've got some really beautiful. Look at this ash. This white ash. Is that gorgeous? And this stuff is working so nicely for this stove. Don't want to listen. A little baton action there. Keep the accuracy level up. See, that's all I'm finding that you need in this rocket stove are these pieces that you can just feed. It's amazing. I'm digging it, Tim. I'm really digging it, dude. I got a lot of cooking to go on this dish, so we'll see how it works. No doubt. Wicked. All right. Let me see if I can just raise things a little bit higher. Hold on, folks. Enjoy the leaves. How's that? Maybe that's a little bit better, huh? Woo-hoo! Man, wish y'all could smell it out here. Phew. That's amazing. What I'm really trying to do here is to just brown the mushrooms and the onions just a little bit on the edges. I'm also trying to just get it to release. Just to get it to release its flavor. By heating it and starting to fry anything, that's what it does, is it releases its natural flavors. Oh yeah. Very nice. Being able to leave the top off of the pot also allows me to let all of this water vapor escape from the onions and the mushrooms, because if you don't do that, you're not frying. What you're doing is you're boiling your mushrooms or you're boiling your onions. If you don't hear that sound right there, that sizzle, it's not good. Let me talk a little bit about what's in here, okay, folks? This is my mortar and pestle made out of bamboo that Sandy bought for me for my birthday 4 years ago. I'll walk around here. I love this. I like to come up with my own mixes for different seasoning mixes when I do dishes like this. I don't have to just add a little salt, add a little pepper, add a little of this, add a little of that. What this allows me to do is I can take the things that I am thinking about using. In this case, I've got black peppercorn, I've got rosemary, I've got sage, and I've got a little bit of celery seasoning, okay? Now what I've done is I've taken the mortar and pestle here and I've just crushed it into this beautiful, beautiful powder, which I'll be adding in a little while here. I just want to bring these mushrooms and onions just a little bit further forward. You see all that moisture leaving the pan, all that steam? That's what I don't want a lot out of. I want to get rid of as much of that as I really, as much as I can, so that it continues to sizzle and continues to fry. Now look at how beautiful this is. I still have just 3 sticks that I'm feeding in there, and it's just running this stove amazingly. Like I said, folks, this is the very first time I've ever used this, and I'm digging it. Totally digging it. Oh yeah. Just wanted to a little bit longer here. And then from here on out, the process is going to get kind of quick, and then there's going to be a long interval where all I'm going to do is sit and simmer things. I'm already just about a half an hour in, but I don't want to rush this dish. It's my last package of moose meat, so bear with me, folks. Yeah, these mushrooms and onions are done. They're beautiful. Take my glove here. Alright, things are going to happen quick, folks, so pay attention, right? There's my peppers and onions, my mushrooms and onions. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Alright, folks. Right back on the heat with this pan. We want to keep this pan hot. Now we're going to do a process which is called deglazing. Right here, I've got about 1.5 cups of Pinot Noir. When it comes to cooking with wine, do yourself a favor. Don't cook with anything you wouldn't drink. If you're not a wine drinker, then ask somebody. But what you want to do here is keep that pan nice and hot, and you just want to pour that wine in and let it sizzle. I want to bring that up to a rolling boil. What that's going to do is it's going to release the alcohol within the wine. If you cook with wine and you leave the alcohol in the wine, it's disgusting. It's very, very, very bitter. That pot's steaming. It's steaming for a reason. It's getting rid of the alcohol. A good way to know, it's kind of hard outdoors, but when you're in the house, a good way to know if you've cooked off the alcohol or not is just by getting close to the pot and smelling it. If you get your nose close and whoa, it's real strong, the alcohol is cooking off. You gotta let the alcohol cook off. Very important. So that's what we're doing right now. And it's doing a great job of it. We want to scrape off all of our all the nice residue in the bottom of the pan. It just adds wonderful, wonderful flavor to the dish. Let's check it. No, I still detect plenty of alcohol coming off. Yep, she's starting to boil now, which is beautiful. You literally want to boil your wine. It's really important, whether you're cooking with red or white. Unless you really like that nasty bitter taste, I don't think many people do. This just makes a really lovely base for this dish. Okay, I've almost got the wine reduced. Yep, the wine is reduced now. I don't get that boom alcohol smell in the face. What I got here is over 2 cups of a very strong beef broth. The broth I love to use is Better Than bouillon. Good stuff. Here's our moose meat. Boom, back in the pot. Alright. There's the moose meat. And then right on top of that is going to go our mushrooms and our onions. Alright, folks. And isn't that beautiful? I'm going to give you a look at it, and then we're going to put the cover on it. What I want to do first, though, is the seasoning that I had showed you that I made. I just want to add some of that right in there, right on top, a little more. And I'm going to give you a look at what this dish is looking like now. All right, folks, there you go. We're going to put the top on it, and we're going to nurse it. All right? And I'm going to